Hey, Greg.
What up, Caleb?
Morning, Greg.
Check this out, Sevi. Let me show you what I.
Bam, we're live. I'm gonna send it to Caleb now, just in case it comes up. Caleb, do you have snow on the ground?
Oh, no. It's like supposed to be 90 today.
Oh, did you just look out the window?
No.
Oh.
I was just outside with my dog.
Oh. 90? Did you say 90?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't. Wow, you're in Nebraska?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's hot already. I
crazy.
thought the Midwest was having some kind of snowstorm. Coming?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard anything recently. We just had a bunch of fires, and then a couple weeks ago we had snow.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
you
haven't
did
heard
have. Are the fires out? You did have like a 500,000 acres burn, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if they're out. I haven't heard anything about that either. Let me look. Picking out of
Are your skies all smoky and crazy?
You know what? Yeah, they are. My nose has been going crazy since I got home. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if you're around fire. Caleb was in Memphis, Dave. I don't know if he's allowed to say what he was doing there, but he was in Memphis when El Jefe was there. Did you see El Jefe did a "Hey, Memphis is safe" tour? It was kind of a cool press conference. I enjoyed it.
Little round table with Pete and Cash and Pam Bondi.
Yeah, I like the lady who said that her kids are safe now. She had heard gunshots. She had heard gunshots every night for 5 years. Thank you, Mr. President. I haven't heard one since you got sent the guys here. It was cool.
It was quiet. It was definitely quiet around the town. I'll give them that.
It's crazy how quickly they clean up towns, isn't it?
There are no homeless people laying around. They're
carjacking stop, murder stop.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's like the way they close the border. Like someone just does their job and that shit goes away.
Wild.
Yeah, Greg, you have to have seen the story about Gorman, right? That the 18-year-old girl who was shot in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. And the juxtaposition of all the Pritzker videos on one, he's blaming Trump for her getting shot, and yet then they show a video saying he'll do everything to support legal or illegal citizens in his city. And they put
there's a lot of backpedaling.
Yeah, it's really sad.
You pay your dues by supporting an open border. You support the open border by leaving the border open, Biden, or restricting any attempt to fix the problem of the massive illegal influx. That's another way you can pay your dues. And all of this is designed to do nothing but change the electorate, to change the elections.
I was watching Jesse Waters last night, and he was like, okay, so we have fraud in the daycare, we have fraud in the healthcare, we have fraud in the housing subsidies, we have fraud in the homeless economy, but no fraud in the elections. Elections were totally fine. It's like, it's
makes sense, right?
Yeah, it is wild. It is wild. Hey, what do you think the chances are Newsom gets elected? Can that only happen through election fraud?
That's the thing. I mean, who has that sense of the electorate?
I don't know.
Are you amazed by the stupid shit you see people doing?
Amazed.
Okay, then you're no judge.
Yeah, okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
You have to ask someone goes, "What do you mean?" And ask them what they think about it.
Yeah. No matter how many times I see it, I'm blown. I guess Mueller died from the guy who did the report, the Mueller report.
And Trump said it, and Trump says, "I'm glad he's dead."
Yeah. And
now
so
crazy.
Innocent people anymore.
And so my liberal friends are sending me that, telling me what an asshole he is. But they never send me the stuff of all the young lady that's killed every 24 hours by an illegal alien who has already been arrested 5 times. They never send me those. They only send me the stuff of like, yeah, someone said Puerto Rico's a shithole, or he's happy that Mueller died. I'm like, how are you even fixated on those things? Like, how is that? How is that? Like, they never send me the Somali fraud. It's always like he's being mean to Somalis. It's so wild. They never send me any facts. It's just like mean things he says. Yes, he 100% destroyed.
His lack of decorum becomes it's a de facto fill-in for what is supposed to be the problem with his policies.
I just wish they'd say it.
They can't. They don't want to admit that.
Yeah.
But I get it. I understand it too.
It's just all character assassination, I guess.
I think of character assassination when someone's branded with something that probably doesn't apply.
Oh, just slandering them.
I don't think exposing your lack of couth or honesty or decorum is character assassination. The guy's a fucking trip, man. I just expect him to any day just lift a cheek and blow a big fucking fart and give everyone the finger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's on the other side of giving a fuck.
So slander would be more like what Jeffries has been doing to Tom Homan, saying that they're going into daycares, hospitals, and churches arresting people when they haven't done any of that.
Right. Those are just lies.
It's wild. Hey, when you flew, I know you went to Austin. Did you see any of the chaos in the airports? I talked to a couple of people who've been flying. They haven't seen shit. Did you?
Nope.
Did you see any crazy shit lines,
Nope.
Caleb?
No, Memphis was completely empty and fully staffed, and Omaha was the same way. It's pretty chill.
And I looked at SFO yesterday at the news, and they don't even use TSA. They use private contractors.
Really?
Yeah, so all their people are coming to work. I've seen it on TV, like in Atlanta and shit.
Oh, yeah, in Houston.
Yeah. Which I guess were probably disasters. I mean, the last time I flew into Atlanta, it was a disaster.
Atlanta is a terrible airport.
And the carousels are crazy. The scene around the carousels is crazy. It seems like more like a bus stop from the 70s, a Greyhound bus stop, than the carousels. It is some ghetto shit. Yes, 100%. He's destroyed California. Good morning, Miss Medeiros.
Yeah, but his vision is for a California where he and his friends are in charge.
And that's it. That's the limit of his vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no matter what happens to the middle class there, he'll live at the same lifestyle.
Had a coworker wait for 3 hours in TSA yesterday. Was that in
Wisconsin?
Yeah, what Madison?
Minnesota?
I would expect Madison to be one of the places where it's all jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling people in Atlanta to get to the airport 5 hours early.
Oh my God.
Hell no.
Atlanta airport is on fire garbage can full of piss. Yeah, I mean it really feels more like a Greyhound station than a airport. I mean it is. I can't even believe half the people there were on flights. I mean it's crazy. It's crazy.
What were you there for?
Last time I was there, I did something with you in Atlanta, just like a year ago or 2 years ago. And I think Mr. Waddell picked me up, but I went by you had to walk by the carousels even though I didn't have luggage, and it was just like there was like 2,000 people in there talking louder than I've ever There was no reason for any. It's like everyone's just yelling, and there's cops riding around on bicycles inside in there, and there's people just hanging out. Just like I expected them. The only thing missing was 40s and brown bags. I mean, it was crazy. It was like we were waiting outside of a rave at 3 a.m. It was nuts.
You know, no matter what way you leave from the airport, it seems to me at least,
Yeah.
there's nothing but billboard after billboard after billboard for lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's got a really for me a Blade Runner kind of, I don't know, or idiocracy or something. It's just odd. The landscape is telling.
Yeah. It is it's almost like a caricature. The airport.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like not even. I'm like, what are you people? What's going on here? What are all you people doing here? You can't all have been just the you people, just the scene there. It doesn't seem like an airport scene. Like no one seems interested in leaving. I get to the airport and I want to go. Oh, my sister just texted me and said it's 93 in Texas.
Jeez.
93 where?
In Texas. She's in West Texas. I forget the name of the city.
Odessa.
It's perfect here. Every day they keep saying the temperature is going to drop, but it doesn't. My garden's going crazy. Do they slow down? Are they in a race now to do construction before it turns into a microwave?
The only thing that's there's some landscaping, but all the hard parts done, or most of it. At any rate, it's 75% done. That is 75% is completed, and the pool has to be plastered, and that's a race against heat.
Oh yeah, you were saying that you have to have it plaster the pool within 24 hours.
No, I'm the when the plastering's done, they have to put the water in, and they can't put the water in until until there's a certificate of occupancy, and immediately on completing plastering, the water has to be put in, and they're not going to be able to plaster a month and a half from now. So yeah, that's an interesting race.
So basically, you have to tell the inspector when to come out, and it has to be to like when the last guy strokes the last stroke of plaster, and then the pool has to be filled immediately, or the heat cracks it.
The city has to say that this house is ready for people to move in, and that will give them a certificate of occupancy.
Yeah.
At which point, the plasters get busy on the pool.
Oh, okay.
And the moment they stop, the water goes in.
Are they, God, I wonder what the I wonder how long that checklist is to get a certificate of occupancy. I wonder, like, they just flush the toilet and turn on some lights and it's good to go, or
I mean, all the appliances are being installed. There'll be a lot of finish work not done post certificate of occupancy.
Are the doors already closed and the AC on in there for the workers?
Yeah, long going.
Yeah. And you hear the AC fired up and going in there?
Walk in and can tell. It's not 95 out.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Wow.
Yeah, by several people's reckoning, we're 85% done, 85 to 90.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the stuff's moving in now.
I want to be there when you get the fish for your fish tank.
Yeah, that's done, right?
That's going to be so awesome. My kids cannot stop talking about your fish tank.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. Like, can we be there when they get the fish? I'm like, I'll try. Yeah, that's going to be good. How is everything? How's everything else? How are the kids?
Everyone's good.
I feel like every time I talk to you, you're driving to gymnastics now.
Yeah, I mean, I make use of that. Like, that's phone time, right?
Yeah. Yes.
At least once I drop off my princess. but it's fun. I enjoy the jaunt.
Can I have Caleb pull up the cactus you got?
Yeah, and look at the little thing I sent you of a 2-year-old one.
How
That's
tall is
insane. That's so insane.
22
tall?
feet,
22 feet, you said?
23,
23. Yeah, that ladder it dwarfs that giant ladder.
and 7 feet across.
7. Oh my God.
Yeah, at the top, the big
Wow.
part.
Let me just pull this up just really quick, Caleb.
5,000 pounds, about 100 years old.
5,000 pounds?
What the fuck? What's in there?
Water. Water.
Yeah. And bones.
And that's 2 years old, and it's not
Yeah.
even the size of a matchstick.
Nah, man, you get one in a little pot the size of your thumb, and it's 7. You know,
What the hell?
So how old is that one that you have?
about 100. And it's a crested. It's a rare mutation.
Wow.
Because the extra pleating along the top. The pleats in the whole thing are just an accordion system for expansion and contraction. They're very, very capable drinkers in an arid climate. So when it rains, they fill up. But they'll gain 1,000 pounds of water weight in the winter.
Han says it's almost as old as you, Greg.
That's right.
That is nuts. So its weight will vary 1,000 pounds throughout the year.
Yeah.
Hey,
And the space between the pleats expands and contracts, as you can imagine. So full of water, it stretches out.
does that thing flower every year?
Yes. Some of the crested ones flower twice a year. I don't know what the story is here. But check this out. So some old Marine read in his local paper that there were estimated to be 200 something. And he said, bullshit, I've seen more than that. And so he says he learned in the Marine Corps how to hike. And so he hiked and started looking, bought a camera and started taking pictures and geolocating them, and started this crested saguaro society or club or something. And put it on Instagram, and so you get this hashtag of crested saguaro, and where people are putting pictures of them and geolocating them. And then people have taken that and overlaid it against ownership, and then gone to people and asked, hey, this sits on land you own. How about I give you this for it?
Oh, and that's exactly what Trish was asking. How the hell did you find that?
That's how something like that's found.
When you drive around Scottsdale or Phoenix, have you ever just seen one of those in the wild?
I've been looking so fucking hard. I can't, I drive bad down the road where those things are now because I'm looking for one.
I mean, 2,000 is still not very many.
No, it's, yeah.
It says I was just looking it up. How do you pronounce the word? Saguaro?
Saguaro?
It says they can be 80 feet tall. So that thing might still grow another.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna take care of it.
Holy shit.
Could you wake up one morning? This is horrible what I'm about to say. And a bird has drilled a hole in the side of it and is living in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd fucking kill that dude. Holy shit. Does that kill it or no?
Yeah,
No. He just,
there's an inevitability to that.
that some bird will just be like, that's mine.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hope he lives there forever. I hope he realizes what he's done.
There's some transition where bigger birds take it, and it's hard to hold.
Do any animals drink water from that?
You know, the woodpecker starts for water, and then others go there for shelter.
Jeez, man.
Any like can rodents chew that thing down or anything like
I
that?
don't think so.
I wonder if they have any natural predators. Oh shit! It says they normally don't die from old age. They either die from drought or freezing. So shit, you could take care of that thing forever.
Yeah, that's interesting.
They're protected by Arizona law. A shelter to hundreds of animals. What's the law? What's the law around it? You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to chop
I
those
don't know. There's
down.
billboards up that'll tell you how many people sit in jail for plugging or poaching. So you can shoot one and get 2 years. You know?
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, like some yahoos out there with his gun and just start shooting them, and you're toast.
Uh-huh. And people are killed both plugging and poaching. People gone up to them with machine guns and opened fire and have 5 tons of that fucking shit fall on them.
Fuck.
They grow in elevations between sea level and 4,500 feet. It was named after Andrew Carnegie. Its scientific name is given in honor of Andrew Carnegie. Damn. I want to see the laws about poaching them. I remember when you first moved to Prescott, you were telling me a story of some people who've tried to steal them, and while they're trying to steal them, they fall over on them and kill them.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
That would suck to die like that. A 5,000-pound cactus falls on you.
Yeah, they find you there 6 days later with your shovel, you know,
Yeah.
after everything's been eating on you. It's an undignified way to go.
God, in its first 9 years, it says it only grows 6 inches. Its first 13 years, it's only a foot tall. 27 years, it'll finally reach 5 feet.
That's some accelerated growing there.
Yeah. You take 20 to 50 years to reach 3 feet.
It's a
And
great gift.
it says there's only
Yeah.
10,000 of them. Not even of yours, just of the regular one.
Nah, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right, right?
Millions.
Are these found anywhere else in the world?
There are a big chunk of Arizona, some Mexico, a little bit of California.
Yeah, doves love them. Doves, hummingbirds,
It's a tight habitat.
orioles.
There's a bat that is a key pollinator.
The Gila woodpecker, the gilded flicker. Wow, that's a beautiful bird.
Flicker.
The long-nosed bat. That's not cool.
The saguaro tag is only $8. So
What's that mean? Like to cut one down?
yeah, I'm guessing to get one off off the land, off the res.
Huh.
And the dude who must bring that to you, that's his specialty. Does he do other plants, or he's that dude?
Yeah, I mean, let me show you his rig. Did I send that to you?
Yeah, I'll send that over to.
Yeah, look at that rig.
Send that over to Caleb. Yeah, that's crazy.
Caleb will know what that is.
Hmm.
It looks like a rocket launcher.
It does look like a rocket launcher. Is that what it is?
No, it's an army vehicle, but the hydraulic parts are rigged of his own device. Because
Yeah,
it'll
this is-
twist and rotate, and he can level the truck, but he can put the lift exactly to where the thing is. They use it as a ladder, climb up and carpet the thing, and then get up close and tie it on with line, just string, paracord, round and round, hold it to the deal, then dig it out.
Yeah, paracord. Yeah, that's chill. Just use paracord.
No, but I'm done, with like tied in 350 places.
Yeah.
So do they tie it on there even before they dig it out? They pull that thing up and stand
Yeah,
that up
it's
and
cozied up to it and tied, but not too tight. I mean, you don't want to damage anything. They don't even break off needles.
Wow.
And so they
that's a
get a big grip on it with carpeting and paracord and strapping and wiggle the whole thing and then start digging and they dig it out. And when they get the big chunk of root, they lay it down, put a bag around that, and you're off. They're putting it back in. So it's the perfect harvest and install. And you see the hydraulic system on the side too for leveling to give him the exact angle. And he's got some twist to it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he can plant that exactly up and down.
it
And then
says
they were a good hour compacting the soil after it got put in place.
How far do they have to put it in the ground? Like 3 feet?
Yeah, about that.
Hmm.
Not
It's
much.
No,
it
that
says
isn't much.
it says 60% of the diet of the white-winged dove comes from that plant. I wonder what they're eating off of that thing. Seeds or that's crazy.
That's what kills them, the white-winged dove.
I don't know if it kills them. It just says 60% of their diet comes from it. I don't know if it's a symbiotic or if it's the fruits are eaten by white-winged. Oh, it gives fruit, I guess, that the doves eat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, and they eat the ants around it too.
Yeah, it's
Oh, and that's why seeds rarely escape to germinate because the doves are just crushing the fruit.
Hmm.
so a botanist has purchased 600 acres and he's selling the saguaros off of it,
Yeah.
and he's already replanted like 25,000.
Oh, he's built like a Christmas tree farm, but saguaros.
Uh-huh.
That's the long term.
Man.
That's the long term plan.
I thought a Christmas tree farm was a terrible idea. To do that with cactuses sounds even worse.
He's put cisterns up and an irrigation system, and like I said, his thing's going off.
Look, David's trying to guess how much it cost. That's a $30,000 cactus. Someone's digging around.
It's ridiculous. You have to. Nobody thought it was a good idea except Matt Holsworth, which is ironic as hell, right?
Yeah.
He would have been my first choice of someone to go, what are you, fucking nuts?
Elf owls, house finches, gilded flickers, and woodpeckers all will make a home in there.
Okay, so check this out. Of the 200 cacti that we've put in, and it's a small part of the yard, really. But we got a nice little cactus section going.
Satan's guessing 45,000.
And of the a dozen, 15 species at 200 count, we've already got a very different fauna going on. I mean, like woodpeckers out of nowhere.
Now just on the property.
And little birds with brown spots just zipping through the spines at high speed. It's interesting. It's a different bird set.
Wow.
Can't wait.
But the list of things that won't go crashing through the needles is pretty impressive. It includes coyotes, fox, birds of prey. And so that shit that scrambles around amongst the no man's land is got an advantage.
In 1982, a man was killed after shooting at a saguaro. The arm fell off. It weighed 500 pounds and fell onto him, crushing him in his car. The trunk of the cactus then also fell on him. He was under the arm and was shooting with his friend.
Oof.
Contrary to published statements, no law mandates prison sentences of 25 years for cutting cactus down. However, it is considered a class 4 felony with a possibility of 3 years.
Are these are the flowers that it's going to bloom?
You would have to be a douchebag to shoot one of those.
See, it's what I think.
I don't understand. What's the like? I can understand shooting at street signs. What's the point of shooting at one of these?
It just probably looks fun, especially if you're a young kid.
No. Okay.
Damn.
Everyone's got this thing like I get shooting at street signs. Mine
Just makes sense.
Mine, Caleb, would be like water towers.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, that would be so fun.
Yeah,
Like,
that would
I
be
do
fun.
not shoot at a water tower. That I understand. But
It's just right there. It's just a perfect target. Why not?
God,
There's
I
nothing
wonder
going on
how-
up there.
I wonder how often that happens. Someone shoots a water tower for a city or a community. Holy shit.
Probably all the time.
Yeah, on the wiki page. Oh, on the wiki page they do have a crested saguaro. That's crazy. Looks nothing like yours.
I got a good one.
Yeah. That one's not as cool as yours.
Yeah, yours is like a mega mind.
Did you look at a lot of different ones, or that was the one someone's like, hey, what about this one?
No, I mean, I was told of the concept, and then I spent a bunch of time on the internet and watched so many YouTube videos and sprang into action and got lucky.
That's cool.
And now it's in the yard.
Uh,
It got covered with a white shade cloth, and it's going to stay that way for a couple of months as the roots develop.
Oh.
I crashed into a big ass cactus on time. It took me 2 weeks to get all those spikes out.
Oof.
Hey, Dave, this dude that installed it that comes with that truck's cool, huh, Caleb?
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'd want one of those.
He's been in the hospital 3 different times for spine removal. He had one that had to split the tendon in his elbow to get to the spine and then repair the tendon.
What the hell?
How many years has he been doing this?
36. He had another one. He stood up under one. It was one of the worst, and he actually got one of the spines to penetrate his skull.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow. Talk about hazardous job.
He goes
shit.
in my arms because I watch these guys bump up against it, you know?
Dude. Fuck that.
Nothing could say don't fuck with you more than looking at that. Getting eye to eye with it.
Have you taken all your kids out there and are like, hey, look at this is the fall radius of this thing. Don't come within 20 feet of
Yeah,
it.
we had that talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is no joke.
Yeah.
The sleeping lion.
Hey, my little Remington, 18 months old, she looks at the hedgehog, which is a great intro to cactus, right?
Uh-huh.
But she looks at the hedgehog and does this and just pulls her hands back. And the same thing on the cacti.
She gets it then. She
We
knows.
get a hand retraction. She doesn't want to get poked.
How are the hedgehogs?
I still can't figure out what would cause anyone to get that.
Are those things sharp on it when you hold it? Have you held it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like if you squeezed them as hard as you could, those would go into your hand?
Fuck you up.
Has he bit any of the kids?
No, they nibble, kiss. They're friendly, actually.
Are they smarter than rats?
I don't think that's possible, but could be. Hey, Maggie came in on them in the middle of the night, running hard on the wheel because they run on the wheel all night hard.
Uh-huh.
And she tippy-toed up and looked and shined a light on him, and the thing stopped and it's panting. So it's fully exercised, you know.
Straight games training.
That's hilarious.
At 3 a.m., right? In a cage.
Hey, so if you put that on the
Working.
ground, if you put that on the ground in your house and it didn't want to be caught, could it just get away from you?
No, I mean they don't know. But our lizard's that way too. He moves in slow-mo until he moves at the speed of light.
What is that?
We've seen him leap across the cage and take a roach out of the tweezers from someone faster than you can blink. And yet everything else is this shit.
Right.
What the hell?
What does that thing eat? That hedgehog, just like lettuce and shit?
Fucking meteor. Loves worms.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It'll eat mice, Sevi.
Is that thing
What?
so it's got crazy teeth?
Yeah, it's got a mouthful of teeth.
That thing's native to Arizona?
No. It's oddly legal here. Get a pistol and a hedgehog,
Yeah.
That's what they issue you when you buy your first house.
Yeah.
You just
You
go
have
to
to buy it from a dealer, though. And our dealer, this was a trip. I described it as like it had all the trappings of a vegetable stand, but it'd be the vegetable stand you'd never buy vegetables from. Like, fuck these people. You'd roll up the window and drive off. It wouldn't matter how many avocados they had. But she had these things in these fucking like Tupperware on a card table on the side of the road with this fucking crooked easy up.
Oh, so you
Holes
don't get it
punched
from
in the
some
top and
exotic.
shit.
You don't get it from an exotic animal dealer. It's more like a meth lab.
Yeah, we couldn't. Yeah, and we clearly weren't invited inside the half wide or whatever the lean to.
Caller, hi.
Hey guys, I'm a long-time listener. Just wanted to say thanks for everything these shows have done for me. So I'm a 13-year CrossFitter.
Wow.
Just finished my 4th year of school. Oh gosh, I can't talk. My 4th year of medical school, and I've just been so grateful for what y'all have done for me. I just mashed into anesthesiology for residency, so I just wanted to call and say thanks. Thanks to Greg for everything, and especially the work at Broken Science and the explanation of the severe limitations of null hypothesis significance testing. All that stuff was really actually very helpful for me as a medical student taking licensure exams. All that stuff really helped me figure out how to tackle those board questions. So I really appreciate it.
Did they hate you? Did they hate you because of what you knew? Were you like, hey, actually?
Well, no, I mean, because it's not. I mean, it's just taking multiple choice answer questions. Questions to be like, well, okay, you have a p-value that's statistically insignificant. I'll give you a list like, how do you make this test or this p-value significant? And you just go, okay, I'll just increase the sample size. That'll be an answer choice. It's like, for me, it was just I would be what I would describe as a combative learner, and so
that was Greg.
Right. And so being a combative learner, it was actually really helpful for me to go, okay, well, here's how this kind of thing is screwed up. And now I can figure out how somebody who thinks different than me looks at this problem, how they would solve it. So, I don't think there's really animosity. So I'm not trying to rock the boat or anything too much. I just go, okay, well, I see where the logic's off. That's it.
You're making me proud. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback, and it's a great thing to be making a difference in any regard for someone that's doing something as wonderful as what you're doing.
I can't believe you
I
can't believe you know what p-value is. I've heard it the talk 100 times. I still fucking can't get my head wrapped around it.
Briggs described it as it's the probability that nothing didn't happen, which is so good on so many levels.
Yeah.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Isn't that good? The probability that nothing didn't happen. And it's a double negative invented all to avoid induction. And it doesn't work. It's silly. But and fallacious. You've read Gerd Gigerenzer's stuff?
I haven't. I have.
It's so
I've
worth
been spending my
reading.
time on my board exam, so no, I haven't.
I get it. Yeah, don't fail your exams reading GERD. But Mr. Gigerenzer, Dr. Gigerenzer, has been imploring the medical sciences not to go the misbegotten route of psychology with null hypothesis, significance testing, and p-values. And he's done this over a 35-year career, during which it just fucking happened. And I'm talking about his peer-reviewed stuff, not the books so much.
Right. Yeah, the
But
limitations of.
as Sebby's showing here. But what's fascinating is that every 5 years or so, he makes another spirited attempt to sound the alarm, and it's always brilliant. It's always factual, and seemingly makes no difference, which has led me to conclude that the intervention needs to happen in primary and secondary school. We need to teach people the rudiments of probability theory.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. How long do you think it is until we have another one of those Alzheimer's, Photoshop, beta amyloid scandals pop up?
We
had that. Well, that was what, 4 or 5 years. When will we have another big blow up?
I think what isn't deliberate fraud in that space, in the Alzheimer's research space, it's either there by extension. That is, you believe that amyloid plaque idea and base the rest of your work on that, accidentally or maybe deliberately, and there's others. I love the line, "There's no disease Photoshop can't cure." And
That's right.
And the number of places people have been caught altering Western blots or stealing from some other space, stretch the x-axis, dye it yellow, and pass it off. It's amazing. It's an astounding thing.
Yeah. Have you heard the phrase, give me enough parameters and I can hide an elephant in a data set?
No, but I don't doubt that. And some of that's legitimate problem. And this is where the maximum entropy notion. Tom Laredo did some work on supernova 1987A, where he took old radio telescopic data that had been presumed to have been milked for all it was worth, and out of it he found a very important, coherent, and weak signal against extremely loud background noise. And he was able to resolve some fundamental issues about supernovas in general and about 1987A in particular that kind of shook the world of astrophysics. And this was a direct case of a new approach to inference yielding powerful information out of old data. And that's not even something you really expect from inference. In fact, I would teach you to not expect that.
Right.
But this is the power of the Bayesian approach of AI and of maximum entropy and the new probability theory as extended logic. And all of this is all the same stuff that I'm talking about.
Right. It's that multi-arm lever system, right? Where you pick, I'm trying to make sure I have it right, because I still kind of get a little twisted on it. Fortunately, I don't have to be a biostatistician. I get to be an anesthesiologist. But, the idea is that the inference or the inductive reasoning method behind Bayesian statistics allows you to pick the most likely option of an issue, given its known variables, correct? That's the way that works?
Yeah. We treat truth as something that's adjusts with more information, and so the probability of something, it's epistemic, and it's based on our rational knowledge, and as more facts come in, the the uncertainty evaporates as the probability moves
Right.
towards 1 or 0.
Right. It's
But
a
you know,
much more
in
definitive
the
way.
non-philosophical sense, I think that medical education would no longer be complete until we teach people to roll up their sleeves and use Bayes' theorem to calculate the positive predictive value given the sensitivity and specificity of a test. And instead of
Yeah.
telling people that the test is accurate, and no one asks, what the fuck do you mean by that? When cornered,
Right.
told it has a high specificity and a high sensitivity, but still, what is its positive predictive value? And
Right.
and we do that with Bayes, and we find out that very often tests that we were told are very accurate actually have very little power to predict that you may have something.
Yeah.
And that's,
Sure.
that's life altering. That's powerful stuff. And I maintain that the
Right.
essence of that underlying lesson is something that can be taught to children. I am teaching it to mine. And
Yeah.
I go here because it's really hard to teach it if it sneaks past your age now.
Right. Do you think that's a failure of people to go back after a test or a study has been kind of founded and not doing sort of an aftermarket post-mortem? Okay, here's how we've done this total collection of number of tests. Is the sensitivity, specificity of this really what the clinical trials said it was? You think people just fail to do that kind of aftermarket research?
Yeah, I think there's a natural economic incentive to administer tests or develop or go to market with tests that feed a system that, though the test has enormous specificity and sensitivity, it has a lousy positive predictive value. And so I get these false positives, and you get pulled into the system for additional testing at considerable risk, expense, and invasion. You know, it might go up your ass or down your throat or elsewhere to resolve the issue. And on a series of false positives, in the end, you could be told, nope, you didn't have it. And instead of being pissed off, you're glad. It's a fascinating relationship. You put me through all kinds of hell, and in the end, I find out, no, man, it was nothing. And thank God you hugged the doctor and cried.
Yeah.
And you just
But now you have this
all
huge
kinds-
medical bill on your hands after all that diagnostic testing that turned out to be a kind of a red herring.
There's a lot of it going on, and on the harm side, and so Gilbert Welch gets hired by NIH. First it was World Health Organization, I believe, but anyways, he ends up at NIH, and he's a MD mathematician, and they want him to build the case for screening of asymptomatic people, and whether it was glaucoma or a colonoscopy or mammogram, he can't make the case mathematically that you're saving more lives than doing harm. And that's in the screening of asymptomatic people.
Yeah.
I have a friend. You'll appreciate this. I have a friend who's a big shot anesthesiologist at a big medical school, and she tells me that she would screen for nothing and that she would address no complaint medically until it became physically no longer possible to ignore it. And that's being in clinical medicine and in a teaching position in anesthesiology for decades. And my buddy, an interventional radiologist, is of the same view. He's not impressed with early diagnosis and treatment.
That's funny. The only ones I'm impressed with are for sure, of course, maybe not the only ones, but the ones I'm most impressed with are the reversal of hypertension, metabolic disease, and type 2 diabetes. I think we all are in a accord of that. I think how we get there, especially being of CrossFit-minded folks, I think how we get there
Sure.
compared to conventional medicine people is totally
But
different.
let me go something there. You know, it, to not eat high glycemic fare and to get some exercise is medicine in the same way that taking the pillow off someone's head and getting your 300-pound ass off of their head is medicine. When Coca-Cola first advanced the idea that exercise is medicine and baked that through the Affordable Care Act, I put the brakes on hard. Exercise is not medicine. It's essential. Air isn't medicine. Urinating isn't medicine. Eating isn't medicine. This is all stuff that's required for healthy living. Medicine isn't that. That's not what medicine is. Now, there's a medical awareness that's a basic physiological awareness that, yeah, grandma needs to fucking squat. It's called getting off the couch, for the sake of Jesus, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, caller, what's the cohort at the medical school like? Who is it? Is it men, women? Is it Asians? What's it look like?
Well, we got everybody.
Yeah.
We got everybody. We got, all races, all religions, all creeds. We actually, before.
Is it more women than men?
Institute, I think it does follow the trend a little bit. We're probably a little bit closer to 50-50.
Okay.
But I think academics, in general, if you look at the trends, academics has been kind of a 60-40 women to men split. I think it's coming back maybe towards a 50-50. I think healthcare also selects a little bit more for women than men, but in the surgical specialties, it gets a little interesting. It tends to be more men than women.
The part that requires
nature.
skill.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's the competitive nature and the long hours and the not seeing your family aspect of surgery. It's an exhilarating experience working in an OR. You feel like you're doing a lot of good. It's very rewarding, but it is very hard to be away from your family in that sense. So I think that's why it selects more for men than women.
All right, fair enough.
Personally. So, no, I know some very skilled female plastic surgeons, female orthopedic surgeons. They talk my ass in circles. And so, but very talented. So it's not, I don't know if so much of it is a sex-based thing, at least in medicine.
That's good. All right. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank y'all. Have a good day.
Thanks for the
Thank you.
Some great comments in here. Greg is so hard right now. Maggie's going to get pregnant and she's not even in the room. Yeah, that p-value talk really gets his juices flowing. My p-value is red today after a good dose of beet juice. All right. Yeah, you were tracking. How about the Jews? Just thought I'd stir things up a bit. Very nice of you. A good analogy for Greg's. My wife is happy with me. I don't need to buy her flowers until she's throwing bricks at me. Yeah, it's kind of. There you go. Don't go to the doctor until.
You can't just get him flowers all the time.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't mean anything.
No, listen, let's address that. I think there's a notion that you...
the Jews part?
You go to the doctor and you have things done like you would for your car.
Yeah.
Change the tire, change the oil, put new fan belts on. That you're going to get that kind of result out of being seen to medically.
Yes.
I think that's a fucking hilarious notion.
The longest part, when I just took Avi to the doctor recently, the longest part of questioning was around the fact if he's getting enough socialization because he's homeschooled. It was wild.
Oh,
it was wild. I loved it when she's like, "What do you eat?" He's like, "Meat and vegetables." She's like, "What else?" He's like, "That's it." Like, "You don't eat candy?" He's like, "No, I don't even drink juice." And she's like, "I'm just watching her. I don't even eat juice." I'm just watching her face. She's like, and she looks at me. I said, "Yeah, that's accurate." She's like, "Oh, I've never heard these answers from a child." She's like, "Are you sure he's getting enough socialization?" I'm like, "Ma'am, he teaches a kid's jiu-jitsu class." Like, I don't know what to tell you. This dude has the power to give enough drugs to kill someone, or not enough so they feel everything. Steema, don't worry, we'll get to Iran.
I want to know what, like, just how sure are we of the value of socialization?
You know, Dale explained it to me. Well, there's two sides. One, I think when people think of homeschooled people, they think of all of like these kids who are like in religious cults and shit. And like, you know, I had friends who were Jehovah's Witnesses in school, and they were never allowed to do anything, right? No birthday parties, no Christmas parties, no nothing. But then Dale explained it to me like, hey, all the kids used to go to school in a one classroom school, and they talked to every kid who was from 5 to 18. And that's the way my kid's life is. And so their social skills are through the chart because they can talk to anyone. Same with your kids, because you parade so many fucking people through your house that your kids have crazy social skills. They've spoke to the smartest people in the world, and then they fucking hang out with the gardeners putting in cactus, you know?
My sense of the social skills, it feels more like flying under the radar in a fucking, what was the Lord of the Flies environment?
I mean, that's the way it is at school. I mean, one of the test questions from the state recently was, does your kid know how to how do you log into a computer? My kid's like, we don't know how to do that. I'm like, just write that. I don't know how to do that. How to log into a computer. Caller, hi.
Stevie, how we doing? It's Plumber. Coach, good morning.
It's great. I heard Greg say a line today that I wrote down. It's usually not the typical stuff. He said it could be up your ass or down your throat. And I just put that in quotes. Usually you don't get gems like that.
That's phenomenal. Real quick, I figured you guys would appreciate this. I just went into GNC and I got my, sugar-free energy drink caffeine because, I have a crippling addiction.
Fair enough.
But the guy asks, do you want 10% off for emails? Yeah, sure. Sign me up. I get emails anyways. And then he's like, okay, last question. Do you want to round up to donate to the American Diabetic Association? And I'm like, the what? And he's like, the American Diabetic Association. And I just go, no, they're part of the problem. He laughs.
Greg, I don't know if you remember, Will's called in before, and he is the trainer for what team is it, Will?
Chip Ganassi Racing. So last year we won the Indianapolis 500 and the championship for the IndyCar series.
So he's the trainer for the team, and the driver does CrossFit too. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, he does.
And Will has sent me some very nice texts telling us that when they come to Laguna Seca, it's Laguna Seca, right?
Yep.
That you and I, Greg, could bring our families there, and he'll give us a tour. Which would be cool.
I like going out there.
If those times ever match up. There he is, Will Plummer, holding a tire.
Yeah, Will, it'd be a fun thing to bring the kids to.
Yeah. It's this year. I think it's the first weekend of September is when we're going to be there. So
great timing.
If that works out for you guys, we'll work on it.
Hey, Will, congratulations on your interview with Colton too. Who do you got next?
Thank you. Well, I was listening yesterday, and your words meant a lot. It was cool to hear that. But I'm trying to get James. I had reached out to James before yesterday, just thinking that he would be a cool one to talk to.
Sprague?
No, Hobart.
Oh, yes. James Hobart would be great to have.
Hobart. And then yesterday, I felt like I got the nod from The Godfather when you said I'm the next podcaster in the CrossFit space.
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about that.
You're so good, dude. And everyone's been texting me, telling me how great your interview was. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. Colton's a fun cat to talk to.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you noticed in there, but at about the hour mark, I was like, all right, it's been an hour, or like, you're good to head out if you want to. And then he just kept talking. He just wanted to chat for another half hour. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, he was a chatty Cathy on that show. That was good.
Yeah. I give you a lot more credit with your note taking abilities and having pages of notes, because I had maybe half a page, and that ran out 30 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah, that's always unsettling. That happens to me too. Then you're like, oh shit, I actually have to listen.
You're like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Versus like, okay, how do I get this next question in? All right, cool. Yeah, no.
All right, brother.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye,
Yeah, see you
Will.
guys. Appreciate
Ciao.
it. Bye-bye. Bye.
You like how Iran's playing out? You think they're going to take the island?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you see?
I think it's a fully winnable hand.
Did you see how Brennan was accusing Trump of lying, that he's not really talking to Iran, and then 12 hours later, CNN reported, the same station, he was saying that they were lying, that he is in talks with Iran, and they even asked Brennan. They said, "Hey, who's that, Caleb?"
I have no idea, but this is just talking about how we're sending 3,000 troops over there.
Is that 82nd Airborne the real deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's it's like I guess they're going to be a QRF, which is like quick reaction force. So for anything that goes on in that area, they're just going to go help them out or do whatever. Because they also sent a MU, which is that Marine Expeditionary Unit, which has like another 3,000 or 4,000 people, Marines. That
The
would
31st, right, Caleb?
yeah, I think so. That sounds right.
Greg, did you see the thing with Brennan on CNN?
No.
So basically, they said, "Hey, Trump says he's talking to Iran. How do you think that's going?" And Brennan goes, "Hey, that he's not talking to him. He's lying. He lies about everything." And then the reporter asked, "So you believe the Iranian media over your own president?" And he said, "Absolutely, 100%." And then less than 12 hours later, Wolf Blitzer's like, "Oh, we're having reports. Iranian media is reporting that they're in talks with the U.S." This fucking guy, Brennan, man, he is a piece of shit.
Yeah, look, I called on it here a long time ago that if you get rid of the Air Force,
Yep.
and then you get rid of the Navy on this very show,
Yep. You
Before
said it a
Trump.
few times. Yep.
that you then talk to the Army and go, hey, would you like to talk? And if it's going to be someone in the Army, of course I'd like to talk. Hey, they've got recordings of some high-ranking dude saying, I swear on the Quran, I'm not your enemy, brother, to a Mossad agent. Please come help us. Like, because they told him, hey, we know where you are and your family. You're next. I swear on the Quran, I am not your enemy. Come help us. Yeah, of course. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
See, even if I were like, say, a Muslim, I wouldn't be as Muslim-y as some of the other Muslims. I'd want to be a not dead Muslim. I'd rather get my rewards here.
Oh, then the virgins when you die?
Yeah.
Or be one of the virgins. Someone has to be one of the virgins too.
I've got a friend you have to talk to. And he's an Iranian Jew from Tehran. Came here when he was like 10 years old. And he was talking about what it's like to leave your house and look down at the street while looking at everyone and turn right and go a couple of streets, make a left, go a couple of streets, make a right, a left, a right, a left, until you're into the city well enough that nobody knows what house you came out of. And then you lift your head and you act like an Arab that hates Jews. And no one can see the difference. And you've all taken names. Last name he took is Farsi for joy. And they've been there, they've been doing that for 2,700 years, not hiding from that, but they've been there for 2,700 years. And it's in the age of Islam that they've learned to live like this. Choose.
Caller. Hi. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, female listener. Wow. You're like the golden ticket.
I've called him before. So now that we're on the Muslim talk, I live in a small town in Tennessee. And we recently just found out that a large Afghanistan refugee association purchased a large parcel of land in our town.
How large is large?
And I don't know how many acres it is, but they're planning on putting a cemetery in, and people are really concerned that they're going to put a mosque in. And so
Yeah.
I thought it was just kind of crazy. They were a very small town in the middle of Amish country, Tennessee, and everybody in the town's very concerned about a lot of the, Muslim religion moving into the town and trying to kind of take over our small town like they have with a lot of the other large cities.
You
Are
should
you
be concerned,
Islamophobic?
and they are building a mosque. Oh, sorry, Greg. Go ahead. Greg wants to know if you're Islamophobic.
No, I'm not Islamophobic. Well, I mean,
You
I
should
am.
be.
it's
You should
interesting
be.
that you guys talk about Muslims, either they're Muslim or they're not. And I kind of believe that too. Either you're Muslim and you believe in the Quran and everything the Quran stands for, or you're not Muslim.
Yeah.
So, it's scary to think that possible extremist Muslims are moving into our small redneck hick country town. They have this refugee Afghan association. They have a website and stuff, and they're actually out of Nashville. And the realtor who sold them the land came on. There's a Facebook group that this is kind of all blowing up in our town. And he came on and said, hey, everybody, I know everybody's concerned, but I asked them why they're moving out here. They said that they're peaceful refugees and they just wanted to find an area to bury their loved ones. They're not planning on building a mosque. They don't plan to move from Nashville. They have their roots in Nashville. But the land in Nashville is too expensive, so they just needed a place to bury their loved ones.
They're a prophesizing cohort of people and religion, and their goal is to have everyone be Muslim or everyone be dead or be dead. And the men are rewarded with sex. Either if they win, they're rewarded with sex while they're on earth, and if they die, they're rewarded with sex in heaven. And so you have this great carrot for young men to do stupid shit, because on the other end of it's all the pussy you could ever handle, or on this end. And I find that not compatible with how we're rolling in this country at all. And I think that saying things like radical Islam, I think is doing everyone a huge disservice.
Hey, hun, I think you have to presume that all those things they promised wouldn't happen are going to be what happens next. Leaving Nashville,
Right.
building a mosque,
And of course they're peaceful. They're peaceful to their own people. Of course they're peaceful to their own people.
Right. And why would they admit to, yes, we want to take over your small town? Like, they're not going to admit that. They're gonna move in quietly, try to be quiet, try to be under the radar, and then they're gonna start just building in numbers. And there was a video and a picture posted on the Facebook page of where this is. And apparently this past weekend, they had a ribbon cutting ceremony, and it was a giant white tent. And there was about 200 cars parked in the grass who attended this ribbon cutting ceremony for a cemetery that's not supposed to even have any sort of structure or building to it. So it's just kind of weird.
Muslims entered Iran through a series of Arab Islamic conquests starting around 635 CE, taking advantage of weakened Sassanian Empire. The Persian elite was fractured, and the occupation occurred like our country is. The Persian elite was fractured, and the occupation occurred in phases over several centuries. Conversion was a gradual process rather than instant, with many residents taking centuries to adopt Islam. Yeah, this is what they do, and they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, and
and they'll outbreed you
liberal,
too. They're gonna outbreed you.
All the white liberal women were on the Facebook page comments like, all of you are racist, and they're just freedom of religion. And
that's like saying if you don't like Nazis, you're racist.
Yeah, it was it was kind of unbelievable how many people in our supposed red Republican town were so very ignorant to what's happening.
Hey,
But
and that's how they always do it. They have intersecting values with the left, and then once the left has served them, they fucking kill them, starting with the kids and the students.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a scary proposition.
Well, that was it. I was waiting for you guys to get on the Islam Muslim talk before I just bombarded it randomly. So
I'm glad you
Did you
did.
read The Sword and the Scimitar?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you read The Sword and the Scimitar?
No.
So I highly recommend it.
Okay.
There's no turning back once you read it, though. There's no turning back.
You might give you some encouragement to move. Can you leave?
Yeah, we just moved here last May from Costa Mesa, trying
Oh, I'm
to get
so
away
sorry.
from. Yeah,
How close
trying to
is
get away
how
from.
close is this cemetery to your home?
It's about. I tried to look up where they purchased it. It's probably about a 10-minute drive. I mean, I'm in the middle of Amish country. Everything is very spread out here.
Yeah.
Acres of farmland, so it's probably about a 10-minute drive from where I am. But it's in my town.
Gosh.
So I've been meaning to go drive by it, but it's a bit out of my way. I just found this out on like Sunday night. I went down this deep rabbit hole of. I got the parcel information and where it was and
What
what
could
our
be
town is
worse?
saying about it. And what was that?
I'm sorry. What could be worse?
Yeah. We moved for, we thought we were moving here for a lot of reasons that we didn't like about Costa Mesa. And just being in a busy city, and it's ending up not turning out the way that we were hoping.
Are you farming things? Are you growing stuff?
No, we just bought an acre of land. We just wanted more space. We wanted more room for the kids. We have 2 small boys, and dogs and
Yeah. But did you get any more?
I think
horse or anything? A cow, a mule, goats?
Are we around any of that stuff?
No, but I mean an acre. That's a good little piece of. Sevi, what do you got? An acre?
I have a half acre.
His half acre looks like a Garden of Eden.
Yeah, I mean we have a big piece of land. I think I would love to get animals and eventually have chickens and stuff. It's just we've been kind of just settling in, and we weren't sure if this was going to be our forever home and land. So we're trying to figure out how much money we want to put into it, and how, if we want to get animals, that's going to be a big undertaking. If we do want to move, then we have to move all the animals.
Can you
we're
get
still
pigs in
kind
your
of
county?
Yeah, we can have everything.
Well, there's your number one deterrent.
Plot Cutter says it goes from cemetery to mosques, called to prayer, immigration, breeding, political power. Then you get a Muslim mayor, and then the rape gangs throw the rape gangs in there somewhere. It's solid. That's could almost be turned into a haiku.
Yeah. Well, we loved Costa Mesa, but we were getting broken into. We were having, our vehicles were getting broken into. We lived close to the fairgrounds. The beaches just ended up getting so overrun with people. It was just such a nightmare to even go to the beach. All the reasons that we used to love Costa Mesa, we ended up hating it. But we're not getting really all that much of a better life here, we're noticing. So.
Here's a solution. God, I love the chat. Just convert to Islam. Problem solved. I didn't even think of that one.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you for keep us updated.
Okay, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Sevi.
Or just blame the Jews. Tank, just blame the Jews for the Muslims. Just blame the Jews.
If you became Muslim as an older gal, do you have to do the clit snip thing, or is that Do you get past that? Is that like a bar mitzvah?
That's a great question. I wonder what Google would say.
They don't all do that, right?
If you join, the ones that don't have scissors don't do it.
No, I think they just grind it between two rocks.
You get.
Jesus Christ.
I said, if you join Islam late in life, do you get your clit trimmed? No, no. If you're joining late in life, it does not require
You can bypass that step.
female genitulation, clitoris trimming.
That's what they're calling it.
It's not a requirement.
All right.
Shit, man. Might as well convert then. It's all good.
I should say, can you get your instead of do you? Can you?
Mm.
Let me change if you can't to can.
It's like having an adult's. What is it? Circumcision?
It says it's not required. It's not required. It can be a harmful cultural practice. Of course, they say that.
As in it hurts?
It can be harmful. 1 in 10 say it ends up being harmful.
You have to do it right, Sevy.
Call that anesthesiologist back up.
Oh boy.
Hey, we were going down that route. You realize that?
What do you mean were?
Well, isn't I thought it's over.
I don't
Genital
know.
mutilation thing.
No, they still throwing the 10-year-olds wieners in the trash can. Is a
Yeah.
project?
Yeah. What did you do for the science fair? I had my penis removed.
I brought my cock and balls in to show everyone. Now I'm Helen. So sad.
Muslims are in the long game. One office, one town, one state at a time. Yep. Hey, even if we get a Republican governor in California, it's a moot point, right? Because the Congress is just completely, 70% Democrat. Like he won't be able to do shit, right?
Yeah, all the conservative-minded people have taken off, Sevy.
And now all the rich people are going to leave. We're voting on a fucking tax that will only tax like 100 to 300 Californians. A one-time 5% tax.
Of getting that money, or to get more of those kinds of voters out.
But both.
Yeah.
Probably the latter. So Bianco and Hilton. God, wouldn't that be crazy if Hilton got elected as governor of California?
Does he have a chance?
Yeah, he's the forerunner right now. He's the leader. He's in first. He's in first with 16% of the polling, and Bianco is 14%, and the leading Democrat, Katie Porter, who's a psycho, is at 10%. Yeah, and then here's another UC Berkeley poll. Hilton and Bianco were 17 and 16, and Swalwell was 14, and Porter was 13. There could be no Democrat on the ballot if I'm understanding the way we do our primaries here in this state. They just picked the two leaders. That would be wild. Someone talking like the government still matters. Fucking boomers. Let me dream. Come on, Tank. Don't ruin my dreams. Yeah, this one is crazy. Washington State doesn't have income tax and just voted in an income tax for households over 1 million. Hey, and all that's going to do is just slide down. Next year, it's going to be 900,000. The year after that, it's going to be 750. Then they're going to say it's not fair. And there'll be no going back. They'll get all the government employees will get on the tit. Here's a crazy stat I saw yesterday. 25% of the people, Greg, who live in New York City work for nonprofits. And you know what their demographic is, right?
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah. It's women and minorities and people under the age of 30.
Work for nonprofits.
25%. And it's all political infrastructure. They were saying they're not even real. It's not like they're feeding homeless people. It's all just political infrastructure to keep the Dems in power.
How long is your weather going to be good there?
Forever. Absolutely forever. 78, 76, 78, 72, 77. They keep claiming it's going to drop into the high 60s, but it doesn't.
That's okay.
Yeah.
How's
Tuesday and Wednesday it says there's going to be it's closed.
Still
Yeah, I was at the beach a couple days ago and I heard these college kids talking. Oh, did you guys see? I went to Mijo's today. It's closed. Tuesday and Wednesday Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday it's over 80% chance of rain.
You think it'd be easier or harder to get Anthony to come do something at the house?
Oh, that's a good question. Easier?
I would think. Should
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
You want to have some kind of for nothing?
Yeah. Are you coming? Come out sooner than later. I'm going to Hawaii in 10 days.
What are you doing there?
Yeah, hanging out with Sarah.
That's
You know where
a place?
Say that again?
To Kauai?
Yeah, to that place. I think you stayed there.
We had a house in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
We bought.
Yeah. How was that neighborhood? She was telling about it yesterday.
She's going to be there on the 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that.
I think I go on the. Is she going to Kauai?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll see her there. I think I go from the 4th to the 12th. Sarah was explaining to me. She said it's 1,000 acres, and they have all they do their own food there, grow all the food there for the place, for the club, and she was telling me some crazy cool shit.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So you should come out tomorrow.
Yeah, you can take us to Hawaii. Yeah. All right, buddy.
Wait, real quick. What's Maggie doing there? You're not going with her?
She's doing a race.
Oh, the ruck thing?
Yeah.
Damn, she's fully committed. She's a rucking machine.
It's pretty cute.
All right, cool.
And I was going to stay here with the kids, but I was going to say, no, I should go out there, but you're not there.
I'll be back on the
12th.
Yeah, the 12th. And then I think on the 18th, I'm doing the jiu-jitsu tournament in San Jose. You should come out here and make your kids do that. Enter that.
So much going on. All right, bud.
All right, dude. Love you. Thank you.
Love you. Bye, Caleb.
See you, Greg.
Greg Glassman. 600 episodes straight. Sevi, are you going to Arizona May 20th to the 25th, perchance? You know what? No, you know what I'll be doing? I'll be freaking out because I'm preparing for NorCal Classic.
Jeez.
I'll be just completely freaking out. Oh, which reminds me, I got to charge batteries. I'm going out there Sunday to run some tests. God,
Oof.
fucking 4 hours in the car minimum. Probably at least 2 hours there, 2 hours back.
Great.
I'm going to go early as shit. I hope I don't have a show Sunday morning. We don't have anyone scheduled.
No,
No.
we don't.
All right. What is today? Wednesday?
Yes.
We have one of the smartest men out there here for an hour-ish per week, and we talked about cactuses and hedgehogs.
What do you want us to talk about? Everything we talk about, you get mad about.
Most of you in the chat are dumb and ignorant. No, what happens is
Damn, look at her hair.
Yeah, I saw it. It's so nice.
Crazy.
What it is the liberals get triggered because they so want to stick to their except for Tank. That's the one that he just hates Jews. But everyone else is so triggered because they want to follow their policy of maximum tolerance so badly that it's going to require like their daughter or their son or their spouse getting killed before they're like, you know what I mean? The majority of people listening to the show are not stupid, but there's that 5% who just like they're just struggling with it. And I get it. I used to struggle with it too. You want to just do maximum tolerance at all by any means necessary. And so you're just pushing back everywhere. That's why they just do the name calling and they don't have any facts to support it. They're not like, well, that's not true. That's not what happened in Iran, or they don't throw gays from the roof. They don't do any of that. It's all they're just so triggered by the fact that you're pushing up against their desire for maximum tolerance. And I get it. I wish I could do that too. Yeah, love is love, Sevi. Yeah. And so they're just so and you have to remember like the people who are getting triggered, most of them are Canadian. And so they're literally getting fucked in their ass. And kudos to you guys for hanging in there so tight with your desire for maximum tolerance. But when it comes to your town and the rape gang gets your kids, you'll have a dear God moment. Why God? See, look it. Here it is. Gays from the roof is such a tired line. The admin that does more business with Saudi Arabia than they do in the USA. Hey, dude, two wrongs don't make a right. See what I mean? That's a perfect example. That's a perfect fucking example. Like, that's your comeback? Will you accept other people who do it? Okay, you're right, Pat. That's a mistake too. But see how there's no pushback? It's never any pushback. Like the best they have on CNN is Trump's lying. They don't care about the people in Iran. So what? You know it and I know it. So what? It doesn't make anything I'm saying any less true. That's what I'm saying. You're trying to change the subject. You're trying to change the subject. Tank takes quite a bit of pride of having everything figured out and being one of the few people on the planet with that arcane knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The comeback is like Sevon says, I love hamburgers, and Pat goes, real rich since you must hate fish. Yeah, it's just like there's no but I get it. We're pushing up again. You don't want to not like someone. And so by any means necessary, until it comes to your doorstep, are you going to acknowledge the bad that's going on in the world? I get it. Kudos to you. Used to be in the exact same place. It's hard to take a stand. Not easy. All right. Thank you to everyone. And hey, and they're here for a reason, because they know at some point, they know the seeds have been planted. They know. They want their real anger at me is that I haven't been able to articulate it in a way that opens their eyes. They're just pissed that I'm not making it palatable for them. And I get it. I wish I could. See, here we go. Here's another one. I recall Trump promising voters there would be no new wars, and he demanded the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah. I promised you I wouldn't punch anyone. And that's why I'm letting that gang rape my wife, because I'm sticking to my promises. I mean, it's just, we're dealing, this is just idiot talk. Just idiot talk. There's no common sense. There's no rationale. There's nothing. It's just like, no matter what, the Oakland Raiders are the best football team in the world, the Las Vegas Raiders. There's no, because I said so, because I like them. Yeah, and stuff like this but Sevon is one of his cucks, and that's okay. Yeah. Sevi, you have no Sevi, you're embarrassing, dude. You have no answers and you're babbling. There's no questions, dude. But I know you want answers, and I'm sorry I can't give them to you. Well, I'm giving them to you. You just can't hear them because you're so stuck. There is no counterpoint. There is no counterpoint. There is no counterpoint. He said all of that. Pat's cohort. He said all that. No, I'm not pushing back on it at all. There is no counterpoint. You know the counterpoints. You've seen them all. There was concern that they had nuclear weapons. They're doing business with China and Russia, who are our enemies. It reached a threat level that he found so severe that he broke his promise. He misspoke. That's it. There is no counterpoint. And then you can make that decision yourself too. Then you can be like, okay, you can be like me. You can be like, okay, I told you I would never shoot someone, but someone's raping my wife, so I'm breaking my promise. And you're my neighbor yelling, dude, you promised you'd never shoot someone. You're right. You're right. And now instead of saying, good job, Sevi, good job, Trump, thanks for doing that. That must be hard. I support you for tough decisions. You refuse. You're like a fucking little kid. But mommy and dad, you're like my fucking 3-year-old when he was 3. He's like, can I watch TV? And I'm like, the power's out. And he's like, but you promised. But you promised. I'm like, I know the power's out. And he's like, I know, but you promised. Like, what was I fucking supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Take him to the bar down the street that has a generator so he can watch fucking TV on a bar stool? Like, there is no counterpoint. You guys aren't listening. No one's pushing back on what you said. Caller, hi. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Oh shit. Of course, my hold on. I think my phone went. Oh, search for all audio devices. Hold on. Let me get you connected. Oh, please don't go down. You might need a link. You might need a link. It says don't stress, take your time. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Round 3. Wouldn't it be amazing if the Roadcaster worked? Are you there? No. All right. Bye. Yeah. That was Taylor. He was like, you can't speak any logic into these people. Hey, can you imagine if that was Tank who called? He would think I did that on purpose. That's how fucking stoned out of his mind he is. They'd be like, him and Pat Lang would be like, oh, you're how convenient your phone doesn't work now.
That's definitely happened before.
Mr. Canadian. Thank you from Canada. You say nothing, said the man saying nothing. Thank you, Mr. Canada. The phone doesn't work, you jackass. That's my fucking point. Paranoid fucking schizophrenic. I told you I'd be on at 7 a.m. and I got on at 7:02. I'm such a liar. But I promised you could call in. I know. Fuck. But I promised you could call in. But I promised. All right. The title of the show says live. The title of the show, Senor Trump said the title of the show is live call-in. What the fuck? Well done. And now the phone doesn't work. He's a liar. Is Hobart going to be a regular now? He should be.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Jake Chapman needs glasses.
Obviously.
Caleb looks very handsome recently.
Yikes, pal. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Is it nighttime for Caleb or is he in the basement? I don't know what the fuck.
I'm in my
He went full Blair Witch Project on us.
I did. My camera overheated. So I can't. I had to turn it off and use my other one.
Sevi, okay, Iran is cool. What about job growth, unemployment, Epstein, Doge, and the deficit, and 200 more billion? Oh, did you see the 15-point plan they gave Iran?
No. Is it amazing?
It's amazing. One of them is that you're going to pay for every bomb we dropped on you.
Holy shit. All right, let's see if I find it. Iran responded negatively
to the plan.
Yeah. Why am I not? Just give me the list. Why are you not giving me the list? Huh. We got A-10s in there now too. That's pretty sick.
What are those, tanks?
No, close air support aircraft.
Mr. Birchfield, why did James leave the news show back in the day?
Because of Kate.
Did he leave because of her? No, you made that. Oh, I have no idea.
She was too sexual.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Stay tuned. I have a feeling there's going to be a handful of pop-up shows this weekend if everything goes according to plan, starting tomorrow. It's going to be a fun weekend. I don't think there is a Kill Taylor this Saturday because of quarterfinals. Wow, 5 out of 10. That's better than my normal 4 out of 10. Thank you, Mr. Weed. The cactus talk must have really boosted you. Not a good show for you today, buddy. No worries. They will get better. Okay, thank you. Quarterfinals live. Patty, your Biden boys stopped the building of it, and then the remainder of the wall got scrapped for penny. Yeah. I mean, you can't even explain this shit to Pat. Pat, do you remember when the Biden people were trying to sell the wall for pennies? Sevon is neither oppressed or conservative. He is elite at talking garbage feedback. Okay. You guys get the final word today. Thank you. Talk to you guys later, Caleb. Thank you. Bye-bye.